Ba, ba, ba. Okay. Hey everyone. I'm back again. Just kind of getting comfortable. Sorry about not having a stream the last 2 days. Well, I guess not the last 2 days. I was supposed to stream yesterday, but I didn't really. I actually had a doctor's appointment. Everything's fine. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to gain any sympathy or anything. It's just a bit of a scare. And kind of helped me get some peace of mind. I hadn't been to a checkup in a while either, so it's a good thing to get those out of the way. Also, if anything sounds weird, I'm eating a Jolly Rancher. It's a cherry one, but surprisingly I'm not put off by it. I used to not like cherry Jolly Ranchers, but it's pretty okay. Anyway, back to what the important stuff is. This is the new chapter for Zenless Zone 0. It's part B of Bury Your Tears with the Past. So I am excited for that. I also got this, but I might do that off camera. Just because sometimes I just like doing those, just blasting right through them. But the only problem with that is I don't really talk when I do that. Also these. Sometimes I like doing these on stream, but I feel like I don't know how entertaining it would be for me to just blast through battles. Vivian sent a message. Seems like they've made more progress with the sacrifice issue. I wonder how Vivian's been doing. Oh, hold on. Bump my volume up a bit. After Hugo passed, she's been busy managing Mockingbird. We haven't talked to her in quite a while. But did he? We don't know that for sure, if I'm being completely honest. Belle, do you want to arrange a time to meet up with her? Yeah. Let's meet up with the Faith and Superfan. Which, honestly, I didn't like her at first, but she is heavily grown on me. Alright then, I'll arrange a time with Vivian. You just rest and I'll tell you when. Oh, okay. Can I rest in my room, or do I have the option to sleep? That's like a watermelon caterpillar, right? No, wait, it's a bamboo. I'm stupid. Also, we never really see anything from this one. We only ever really interact with 18 and Eos. Let's rest on the sofa. You originally planned to watch some videotapes and rest on the sofa, but you end up falling asleep instead. Until you hear something nearby. Better not be Vivian. Oh, full cutscene too. Oh, it really was.
This time, let me.
Vivian? Vivian?
Wakey, wakey.
I didn't disturb your sleep, did I?
Whoa. Fairy's just like, what am I seeing? I'm piecing it. No, I'm not staying for any of this.
When I got here, the other Lord Phaethon said you were resting on the couch and just let me in.
You want good marketing? That's how you do good marketing. I've already done 10 pulls.
I meant to keep you company while you slept, but but then I dozed off myself.
You are very honest, and I appreciate that.
I was going to sit here looking super cute, hands cupping my face. You know, like the #1 sleepy face I want to wake up to pose. I can't believe I ended up falling asleep myself.
#1 sleepy face?
What? Sleepy face? What pose? That was a lot of words in one breath.
Wait.
Are you sure you got enough sleep, Vivian?
No, Lord Phaethon. I was just worried that I had disturbed your rest. Just being able to see you sleeping peacefully is already the highlight of my day. No, my entire month.
Like, she feels more genuine than somebody who would be, like, obsessed. Like, obsession would be, like, I don't know, locking herself in the room, and, like, I don't know, it's hard to explain.
Though it is a bit late, but... Good morning, Lord Phaethon.
Good morning. Why so formal?
That was so formal. Feels like you're about to drop some big news after a greeting like that.
Mockingbird's death has stirred up quite the storm. I took some time to gather intel. It seems someone deliberately leaked the story that Hugo is an illegitimate child of the Ravenlock family, but I haven't found the source yet.
Could it be Hugo's uncle, Hartman? Maybe he's trying to turn people against Hugo and Mockingbird by playing the illegitimate child card.
I suspected that too. He could be using Hugo's background to make people believe Mockingbird is just another Top's pawn.
What would that even... No, wait, I guess she's the one who's left.
To the upper class, Mockingbird may be insignificant, but it has a loyal following among regular folks. But after some digging, I was surprised to find that the public isn't turning on Hugo. They're actually starting to see him in a better light. Some people feel bad for him, some relate to his struggles, and Hartman's the one getting all the heat.
So became... Excuse me.
Public outcry against Hartman is growing, with many believing he murdered Hugo for his own selfish gain.
I mean... I would believe it.
Tops is hosting an industry summit this week, a responsibility usually handled by the Ravenlocks. But my sources tell me another family has taken over this year at the last minute. If I'm not mistaken, Tops is intentionally keeping its distance from the Ravenlock family due to the current public sentiment.
Hartman won't just give up like that.
Sounds like Hartman's in a pretty bad spot right now. But we know he's not the type to go down easily.
And that's what worries me. Hartman, in all likelihood, must have taken the sacrifice core. And now that he has this bargaining chip, who knows what kind of deal he'll strike with the Exaltists.
Sorry for interrupting, Vivian, but I need a quick word with Belle.
Oh, no problem at all. I'm sure you have important faith in matters to discuss. Take your time. I'll just be waiting outside.
We can't make our guest wait outside. Belle and I will step out instead.
Oh, don't mind me, Lord Phaethon. I wanted to browse the videotapes anyway. I'll be right here. Just let me know when you're done.
Belle, Lycon's outside the video store. He knows Vivian is with us, so he's hesitant about coming in.
Yeah, I don't know why she just seems like the... It sounds weird, but she just sounds like the right amount of obsessive. Like, not too overbearing, but very much a superfan.
He's stressing over what he did to Hugo in front of Vivian, but he really needs to talk to us. Maybe you should go speak with him first.
I got him.
I'll go talk to Lycon. Honestly, neither he nor Vivian is at fault. As proxies, it's our job to be the bridge between them.
Hey, what's up?
Good morning, Master Proxy.
Hey, Mr. Laffyman, welcome. You brought the cheese.
Good morning, Lycon. Wise mentioned you wanted to talk to us and Vivian about something?
Yes, It's an urgent request from the mayor, one that directly affects New Eridu's safety. However, before we get into the details, as a former member of Mockingbird, I'm concerned about Miss Vivian. Hugo made many mistakes and betrayed the principles of Mockingbird, but I'm certain he didn't intend to put Miss Vivian or you in danger. I don't know Miss Vivian very well, and I was the one who took her companion's life. I might not be the right person to comfort her, but I hope she doesn't regret the choices she made or lose faith in the path she chose.
She looks pretty normal.
Vivian's doing just fine. She's actually been gathering intel and has a clear understanding of where things are headed. She might be tougher than you think. If you're really concerned, why not just talk to her directly? If you'd like to apologize, it should be face-to-face, right?
That's reassuring to hear. I trust your judgment. You've always had a sharp eye for people. Would you mind coming in with me? I'd like to apologize to Miss Vivian in person.
No problem. But I'll be staying neutral. Everyone has their own stance on this. As a proxy, I'm just here to make sure you have an open conversation. I'm not taking sides.
I respect that. Thank you.
You return to the video store with Lycon. Vivian doesn't seem to have much a reaction to Lycon's arrival.
Miss Vivian, I'm very sorry about Hugo.
You don't have to explain anything. I'm also part of Mockingbird. Mockingbird stands on more than just gain, so it won't fall when fortunes shift. Hugo had his fixations and ambitions. I also have things I must see through. I'm determined to get to the bottom of the Exaltists and the sacrifices.
Miss Vivian, as a former member of Mockingbird, you have my deepest respect. You have my word, whatever comes next. I would never harm you or Master Proxy. As for Hugo, please accept my condolences.
Condolences? That's not necessary. Mockingbird has plenty of tricks up its sleeves. This isn't the kind of act that ends so easily. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, he's definitely still alive.
You're right.
Huh? That's it? You two just figured it out? Oh, that was fast.
Master Proxy, I believe we all share the same goal. Uncover the truth of the Exaltists and the sacrifices. The mayor has tasked me with inviting you to take on this mission, and hopes we can work together moving forward.
If the mayor wants to work with us, I trust he will demonstrate his sincerity in kind. Mockingbird will not serve as a pawn for the powerful. That will never change.
Of course. While the mayor cannot handle this personally, he will make sure we have all the intel and support we need. Miss Vivian, I know you have your own intelligence network, but for some high-profile shady dealings, perhaps the mayor can provide you a different perspective. Please, take your time to discuss. If you're open to collaborating, I'll set up a call with the mayor so he can speak with you both directly.
What? Oh, there it is.
I need to discuss this with Wise and Vivian. With so many people involved in this, we need to be very careful.
Of course, I completely understand. When you've made up your minds, you can find me at the Ballet Twins.
Belle, what do you think about Lycon's suggestion to work with the mayor? The sacrifices are still a threat. True. At the moment, our only intel on the sacrifices is what Bringer left behind. Bringer is his name. I said Booker last time, I'm sorry. We can get someone to help investigate, but it'll take a significant amount of time, and time is something we can't afford to waste. So working with the mayor is a good option. What do you think, Vivian? Mockingbird has always gone against authority. Would it be against your values to work with the mayor? Dang it. I tried saying that in Vivian's voice, but it was Wise speaking. Mockingbird isn't just about going against authority. Mockingbird hopes that all people can be given equal opportunities and treatment. I don't exactly trust the mayor, but I believe he's someone we can work with. At the moment, at least. Let's go see Lycon then. It seems you and Miss Vivian have made your decision. Let's talk to the mayor. Of course, please rest assured. When it comes to sacrifices, the mayor's interests align with yours. Or rather, we both want to protect the people of New Eridu.
I'll connect the call to the mayor now.
My dear friends, I'm glad you're willing to keep working with me.
Can we not meet him in person?
I'm truly sorry about what happened to Mr. Hugo Vlad. I didn't anticipate things would turn out this way. As mayor, I can't fully condone Mockingbird's actions, but personally, I had a lot of respect for Mr. Hugo Vlad. I looked further into Bringer's map. The sacrifices were created by an exaltist named Landon, who was active in Janus Quarter. Mr. Landon passed away in an accident a few years ago. Before he died, he was researching sacrifices and was said to have created a batch of serum that could turn living people into sacrifices.
Yeah, we saw that a few times. One with Bringer and one with, God, what was it? Twiggy, I think it was? Twiggy, and then the other one, I don't remember if he had a name, though.
The problem was, the serum wasn't stable, and after his death, the recipe was lost. No one knows what happened to the exaltist in Janus Quarter back then, but it's clear that after the leader died, there haven't been major exaltist activities in the area. Bringer's map marks the locations where the exaltist's most successful attempts at creating sacrifices were.
Already passed away.
Since this person has already passed away, and the exaltists haven't been active around here for a while, then could it be that this is just Hartman acting on his own?
Unfortunately, that's not the case. My sources confirmed that Hartman had been secretly in contact with someone, and they only meet inside the Hollow.
Is it possible it's someone from TOPS?
TOPS is a huge alliance of corporations. They wouldn't bother getting their hands dirty. Instead, they just sit back and reap the rewards. Everything Hartman is doing is to secure his place in TOPS and strengthen his power within the Ravenlock family. If my guess is correct, Hartman has gotten in touch with the remaining members of the Exaltists that used to follow Landon, helping them create new sacrifices.
But what's in it for TOPS? There's no way the Exaltists would just hand over their secrets about sacrifices to Hartman, right?
A sacrifice outbreak would throw the city into chaos. And that's when TOPS steps in, taking control of the situation on their terms. The public will see the mayor as incompetent, while TOPS comes off as the real protectors of the city. And when that happens, public trust will shift towards TOPS. And Mr. Mayor, you might find yourself in an unfavorable situation.
Still sharp as ever, Miss Vivian.
So, what exactly do we stand to gain from partnering with you? Please don't tell me you're doing this out of some noble concern for your citizens. I'm not some hero of justice. And I don't believe in lofty ideals or empty promises.
We have a common enemy. While our ideologies may differ, we can work together on this. And as proof of good faith, I may not know exactly where Hartman is, but I can fan the flames over Mockingbird's death and escalate conflicts within the Ravenlock family.
Was he the one that leaked that?
So it was you behind the rumors.
Oh, there you go.
No wonder I couldn't trace the source of the public outcry.
Oh, what'd you say, Mr. Laffyman? You gave me a skelly?
I'm not the one who started the rumors. I just helped them spread faster after they leaked. And I pulled a few few strings to make sure the story painted Mr. Hugo Vlad as a heroic figure who was unfairly persecuted.
Oh yeah. I can't wait to see it.
As I said before, I had a lot of respect for him, and I'd be happy to clear his name. Now let me lay out my terms for collaboration. After looking into it, I found that the dormant sacrifice you discovered wasn't the only one. There are more places where sacrifices might be lying dormant. Too many eyes are on me right now, so I can't send my own men to deal with it. I'd like to ask you to retrieve the sacrifices from those locations. I'll make sure to dispose of them once you do, so no one will be able to use them again. On top of that, I've asked a friend to help monitor your physical condition, and maybe even uncover more of your potential. Her research overlaps with your teacher's work. You don't need to worry about her capabilities. She's a Void Hunter rank special investigator.
Oh, the new girl with like the noodle arms?
Really? A Void Hunter ranked special investigator is going to be assisting us? And she's involved in our teacher's research?
That's right. She's heading to Janus Quarter for some business. I wanted to set up a formal meeting, but she declined. She prefers to assess things on her own, and will reach out when the time is right. She'll let you know the details then. So it looks like you both are on board with this commission and ready to help recover the sacrifices?
Okay.
I mean, it's not like we're gonna say no.
We don't want new Eridu falling into chaos either. We'll do what we can.
I know you won't let me down. Given our positions, we might not be friends, but we're definitely not enemies. I'll leave the rest to you then. I've got to go. Goodbye.
I'm glad the two of you have decided to continue working with us. With your help, we are sure to successfully recover the sacrifice. I have other business to deal with, so please excuse me. If you require anything, please feel free to contact me anytime. Oh, another reason why I like Vivian, I really dug her playstyle when I was testing her. Really nice. Lord Phaethon, shall we head out now? Yeah, let's go.
I would never turn down Lord Phaethon.
This is the path I follow.
Gotta always add Miyabi. I mean, that's basically what this is. Or what she is. Everyone's called her a vampire. Wait, did everyone call her the vampire? Or did they call Hugo the vampire? Maybe both of them. Okay, I got that.
Lord Phaethon, thank you for trusting Mockingbird and me. Already taken the dormant sacrifice from here? Or did the Exaltus decide to relocate it? No. If these dormant sacrifices aren't handled carefully, they could awaken and turn against anyone nearby.
She gives
She
me...
wouldn't risk moving them unless it was absolutely necessary.
She gives me kind of like Living Doll vibes too. Like if you've ever watched this one anime called Rosen Maiden, she is almost like a dead ringer for oh man, I can't remember what her name is now. I remember the main ones, but I don't remember like the one I'm trying the specific one. It was like the enemy one that they were fighting for a while. Was it Suiginto? I think so. Maybe.
Did she realize the mayor was looking into this?
Just as Vivian is talking to herself, you hear another voice of someone debating. You don't know who it is, so you pull her aside to listen.
Did Hartman just make up this intel to get a shot working with us at Tops? I've been walking around forever and haven't found a thing.
The Ravenlocks have always been a shady bunch. No surprise they've gone downhill over the years.
I heard they were pretty loaded back in the day. What kind of business did they run?
No clue. On the surface, their businesses seemed legit, but who knows what was happening behind the curtain.
Probably something with the sacrifices. I mean, how else would he know about the dormant ones left around here for years? And he was so sure that even if those original sacrifices didn't work out, he had a backup plan.
Backup plan? What could that be?
Well, that's beyond me. I just happened to overhear something while I was next to Mr. Edmund one day. What's Topps planning to do with all these sacrifices, huh? For research? Do you think we'll ever have a normal life in the Hollows?
Don't ask questions you shouldn't be asking.
All right. There's nothing here anyway. Let's leave the Hollow and report back on what we found. And we'll make it just in time to clock out for the fieldwork shift.
Let's get out of here first.
After the two Tops employees left, Vivian appears visibly unsettled.
Hartman, that fool. He'll do anything to get into Tops, even if it means playing with fire. She's an Exaltist. Human lives have never mattered to her. The more people get dragged in, the greater the danger.
Who's the she you're talking
Vivian,
about?
I've been dying to know. Who is this she you keep mentioning?
I apologize for losing my composure. Please don't mind me.
Was she originally an Exaltist?
The she I'm referring to is with the Exaltists. Someone I have a history with.
Okay, never mind. It answered me right away.
That's why the moment I heard about the sacrifices, I felt compelled to uncover the truth. I never meant to hide anything from you. It's just that,
It's close to you.
for me, the Exaltists bring back painful memories. And I'm not ready to face them yet. So, Lord Vathan, please give me a little more time. Once I've gathered my thoughts, I promise I'll tell you everything.
Sure, I'll stop asking.
Sure, I won't pry anymore. Everyone's got a past, and you don't have to dig up old wounds if you don't want to. I can see the Vivian I know now is super brave and kind. I believe you've really put in the work.
Lord Vathan, if we weren't in such a hurry, I'd spend 3 whole hours singing your praises. I'll make note of this and make sure to get it done before bedtime.
Let me schedule it in.
Let's track down those dormant sacrifices. The Exaltists have probably realized someone's after them by now. I wish we knew what Hartman's backup plan is. I just can't shake the feeling that something bad is about to happen. Look around! Don't touch me.
This dormant sacrifice is gone too. Who could it be? And how do they know the locations of the dormant sacrifices? Let's check the next location. I hope this doesn't become a nightmare for New Eridio.
Hugo may have done terrible things, but he had his reasons. Mockingbird might be seen as the bad guys by a lot of people, but Ironically, joining Mockingbird is what put me on the right path. For the first time, I'm needed for more than just my curse. Nothing here either. Are we too late?
Also, it's really nice to have a character that can deal ether damage, but like, not from a distance, if that makes sense. I like when I can just kind of hack and slash. Seems a little brain dead, I know, but you know, that's just how I am. I grew up on Kingdom Hearts. What's up?
I knew it was you, Vivian.
Camille! What are you doing here, sis? Are you destroying the dormant sacrifice?
Vivian, don't call me sis. I'm not your sister.
She looks pretty snazzy.
Are you trying to stop the Exaltists?
I never left the Exaltists.
Ah, that's what's happening.
You know what Landon did back then!
Lord Landon did it for the Creator. His methods may have been extreme, but they were necessary. Back then, you walked away. You should do the same now. We didn't meet today. Take your friends and leave.
What's wrong? Are you being forced into this? I can help you.
Help me? Like how you helped her? Vivian, you're crying.
Oh, I hope I didn't click off the screen.
You see me, don't you?
No,
Oh.
You haven't changed a bit, Vivian. No need to hide your tears. I know exactly what's ahead for me. You've made your choice, and I've made mine. One last piece of advice. Stay out of this. She loathes you.
Oh, so we still haven't figured out who she is yet.
I won't tell her we met today. Don't show yourself around us again.
Maybe her mother?
Camille!
Camille gives Vivian one last glance and throws a smoke bomb to the ground. The noise attracts some ethereals, even though you have many questions. Dealing with the imminent threat feels like the right choice for now.
Lord Phaethon, watch out! I'll tell you what that was about later! Let's take care of the ethereals first. Weakling. You should move. What an eyesore.
Ooh. I like that. After fighting off ethereals, you search for a long time, but don't find any dormant sacrifices. After deliberating with Vivian, you decide to leave the hollow for now, and figure out your next move. Just then, the phone rings. The phone is ringing.
You two took longer than I expected. Did something happen?
We searched the coordinates the mayor provided. Most of them were already empty. No, Camille. The Exaltists have been actively destroying the dormant sacrifices.
The Exaltists? There's no reason for them to go after the sacrifices, right?
Vivian is telling the truth. I saw it too.
And one of them is someone I once knew. I thought she would leave the Exaltists after Landon's death, but she stayed.
Do you have a history with the Exaltists, Vivian?
When I was a child, I stayed with the Exaltists for a while. Back then, Landon was one of the most respected figures among the Exaltists in this region. A lot happened, and after Landon died, I left. I can't turn a blind eye to the sacrifices. I know all too well how many lives have been lost bringing them into existence. Ever since I learned a sacrifice had appeared in Janus Quarter, I haven't been able to stop worrying. I won't let history repeat itself. That's why I asked Hugo to investigate, starting with the Sacrifice Corps.
Vivian.
Please stop. I'm not looking for comfort. I'm just recounting the story for you to understand the situation. We've got bigger things to focus on. But when I do need comforting, I'll come straight to you.
How could you not like her? I'm sorry.
I hope you'll make time for me, Lord Vathan. Just so you know, I'm not the easiest to console.
She just wants us to keep trying.
No worries. I'll totally have your back until you're feeling better.
Okay. Back to the matter at hand. That conversation between those two TOPS employees back in the Hollow is still bothering me. They said Hartman had a backup plan. And that got me thinking about some news that was quietly swept under the rug. Lately, there have been mining accidents in Ravenlock-controlled areas. Many workers have died. The families were paid off with huge settlements, way more than usual. No protests, no controversy, and the issue was buried. But considering the Ravenlock's financial position, why would they be so generous with payouts?
That sounds sketchy. Are you saying they made up the accidents and the workers' deaths?
Precisely. I don't think those workers died in mining accidents. I'm planning to reach out to some old friends, see if they've heard anything about this. Do you have time, Lord Vathan? My contacts are just near 6th Street. Care to join me?
I'm in. Let's go together.
Pop my back a little. We arrive at Luminous Square with Vivian to meet her old friend. Lord Vathan, let's head out as soon as you're ready. Let's go now.
An old friend of mine said she has some new intel. She's like a mentor to me. I learned a lot about data scraping on the internet thanks to her.
Oh, it's Rain. Of course it's Rain.
Rain! Long time no see.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Hey, Rain.
Rain? You two knew each other?
Yeah, Vathan. Long time no see.
Rain! You actually know that Lord Vathan is Lord Vathan? No, I mean, you actually know Belle is Lord Vathan.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I didn't know right away. One time, I needed a favor from Nicole. I only found out after meeting them. I mean, who would expect a legendary proxy to be running a video store for a living? Oh, by the way, your idol...
Rain! Let's not bring up old stuff. Lord Vathan wouldn't be interested in that.
Don't you literally say it every single time?
Why are you all tense? Right! Lord Vathan lives on 6th Street too, and might know your idol. Remember when you traced that post on Internet to 6th Street and actually went to check it out? And you came back all bummed, spouting nonsense. Like there was only a black cat at the location, and maybe your idol is actually a talking cat. Or something like that.
Meow.
I know that black cat. I'm always sneaking at snacks.
Lord Bathan, please, let's drop this topic.
Never.
Come on, Vivian. It's been years and you still won't say who your idol is. If you'd just let me, I'd have tracked them down ages ago. I get it. You want to find the person who's important to you on your own. But you've tried so hard already. It's okay to lean on me a little, you know. I'm sure your idol won't hold it against you.
I shouldn't have come to see you.
Huh? What's wrong?
Change the subject.
Hey, Rain. Vivian said you might have some new intel. So let's get to the important stuff first.
All right, let's get down to business. Here's something I'm pretty sure about.
Don't worry, I got you. I'll bail you out.
The Ravenlock family's claim that those missing workers died in an accident? Don't buy it. The last signal from those workers was near the Hollow. Then communication went dark. I think they were taken into the Hollow. And yesterday, I picked up that the Ravenlock family secretly hired some people to search the Hollow's perimeter. I caught a weird distress signal from someone and managed to track down the source. When I tried to reach out, the signal cut out completely. The last trace of the signal was near Lumina Square. Finding someone in real life isn't really my thing, so that's where you come in.
Okay, we'll check things out. You just said this is something you're sure of. Do you have anything you are unsure about?
I dug up some info online, and one thing stood out. A few days ago, there were some creepy sounds coming from an abandoned warehouse by the port. The place was locked up, so no one could see what was happening inside. Not sure if it's related to your search. If you don't find anything useful around here, it might be worth checking out. Well, that's all I have for you.
Thank you.
Don't get all emotional on me now. I'm just helping out a friend. This one's on the house. Consider it payback for the favor you did me last time. But if you still want to find your idol, hit me up. I've been curious for what...
Alright, don't worry about it. I'll manage it myself. Stop being so nosy, Rain.
Nosy? Nah, just professionally curious. What kind of person is worth all this searching, huh? But honestly, whoever they are in real life, they've become a part of you. You've come a long way in this search, Vivian. I much prefer the person you are now. So if you find this person, don't chicken out. Go meet them. People will appreciate you for who you are.
Rain.
I might not care about the real world or what it'll be like, but I hope everyone I know can live a good life. I'm counting on you to save the world, guys.
It would be funny if... No, it wouldn't make sense, but I was gonna say it would be funny if the one she's idolizing is just our new internet account. Also, what's up, Mr. Laffyman? I see you there trying to get my attention.
Alright, I have other business to take care of, so I'll leave the rest to you.
Rain waves goodbye and leaves. Vivian mentions she knows someone who's really skilled at finding people in real life, so you follow her and continue on your way.
Lord Bathan, please pay no mind to what Rain said. That big guy's up ahead. Let's hurry.
Big guy. Oh, Wendeni Boo, what's up? I pet you all the time. Long time no see. You seem to be doing well, little one. Yep, I made an awesome friend since last time we met. My friend got ill before, and it was the manager who helped heal them. I didn't realize you two know each other. Then, next time I head to the manager's place, will I get to see you too? You know each other? Yep, this little guy is Lucky Boo. My old boss at my previous workplace bought it at a discount store clearance sale. But he was a terrible boss. Not only did he shirk on paying wages, he didn't take care of his Bangbu either. Yeah, that guy, really terrible. Then his little guy had a malfunction and the boss threw it out because he didn't want to spend the money on repairs. Really, it could have been fixed with just a simple battery change. Vivian's the best. Vivian charged my battery. The bestest ever. All I did was change your battery for you. It was you who earned the money to buy it. Yeah, I'm amazing too. I earned 100 dennies. Just enough to buy a battery. So that's where the 100 denny Bangbu battery came from. Honestly, you've got plenty of energy. But I told you before, you need to be more tactful. Haven't you learned anything? I learned pet one denny boo, give denny. Wow, so you found a way to make a living, huh? Amazing. Better not expose one denny boo. Did you need me for something? I'm super happy to help. I know you love exploring all kinds of places, so tell me, have you come across anyone strange these past 2 days? Strange? You mean someone who looks hurt, scared, and kinda trying to hide where there aren't many people around? Let me think. I got it. I saw someone in that desert today. Someone super similar. The outer ring? I don't think one Denibu can make it that far. Desert probably refers to the sand pit up ahead. Lord Phaethon, let's go take a look. Did I help? You were super helpful. Yay! So happy. I want to keep helping. You should go and do whatever important stuff you need to do. Let's play together soon.
One Denny Boo is just too cute, right?
I fully agree. I want a one Denny Boo.
I didn't know you helped it too.
I
knew Lord Phaethon was the best in the whole world.
We seem to have like a lot of converging paths, unintentionally. Also, Mr. Laughingman, for my answer to you, I say stone. Hey, what's up, man? It seems that the person ran in one Denny boot. It seems that's the person ran in one Denny boot we're talking about. Lord Phaethon, please stand back. I cannot be certain if he'll end up doing something extreme, considering his current mental state. I'm afraid he might hurt you. I'll try talking to him and see what's going on. Vivian walks forward and taps the cowering man on the shoulder.
Don't take me back, please. I was wrong. I know I messed up. I don't want your money anymore. Please, no.
Calm down.
Who are you? I won't say anything. Just let me go. I don't know anything. I swear, I know nothing.
Look into my eyes.
We are not PubSec, the HIA, or the Ravenlock family. We won't force you into anything. There's no need to be afraid.
What do you want from me then?
We simply want to know where the Ravenlock family took you and what they made you do.
I can't say. I can't tell you. I have a family. They'll hurt them. You never saw me. Please, just stop asking.
Don't you wish to see your family?
I don't deserve to see them. It's my fault. I was greedy. I did this to myself.
But your family must miss you dearly. I'm sure they won't blame you.
No, it's my fault. It's all on me. I don't want to drag them into this.
If the whole ship is sinking, no one on board can escape.
I'm just a nobody. And right now, there's nothing I can do to change anything.
If you care about your family and friends, Now is your chance to stop the disaster before it's too late. Even a butterfly flapping its wings can send a tsunami surging across the ocean. No one knows how this will turn out, but if you do nothing now, the only thing waiting for you at the end will be regret. We're not here to turn you in, and we won't force you to confront them. You'll be safe with us. I'll help you return to your family. But you must tell us precisely what happened.
Hartman offered a huge amount of money, looking for workers to go into the hollow to guard something. The money was way too good. We all kind of figured something wasn't right. I thought it was just smuggling or guarding some kind of illegal ether resources, so I signed up. After we sent in our applications, Hartman's men took us into the hollow. The first place we went, there was a strange box. When we got there, they handed us some pills, saying they'd improve our aptitude for ether, for us to last longer in the hollow. But after I took them, everything went fuzzy. Something was definitely off about those pills. When I woke up, I saw my coworkers dead in front of me. And there was blood all over my hands. They said something about me being a good experiment, moved me somewhere else, and locked me up. They wanted to inject me with something. I got scared and didn't know what was gonna happen.
I mean, that's what I'm guessing that they're implying, Mr. Laffy Moon. He's trying to hide out from those people, so there's a good chance he might not survive this.
But then a blonde guy found me, gave me a carrot, and let me go.
Yep, Hugo's still alive.
So I escaped. I didn't want to kill anyone. I don't know.
I'm guessing that the drug they gave him is like a lesser version of the injection.
It wasn't your fault that your coworkers died. You were just a tool in their hands. Do you remember the place they first took you? Do you know what was in that box?
I only remember the first place was like a rooftop. I think it was on top of a tall building. What exactly was in that box? I can't remember. I'm not lying. Those pills they gave us, they make you hallucinate. I took just one and my mind felt like it wasn't my own. My memories turned into a blur. I'm telling the truth. I'm not trying to run from my mistakes. I just really can't remember what happened.
I know you're not lying. We'll arrange for your protection. You can rest easy and recover, and your family won't be dragged into this. Once this is all over, you will be able to reunite with them.
You and Vivian contact Lycon. The mayor representing Victoria Housekeeping agrees to protect the worker and keep his identity confidential. Soon Rena arrives and takes the man away, mentioning that the mayor will confirm the location based on his description. You're remarkably calm.
I've been meaning to say this for a while, Vivian. You're just so calm and decisive when things get tough. Totally different from the impression you gave me at first.
Actually, I wasn't always like this. I used to run away when things got tough. There was even a point where I just wanted to disappear. As if my very existence was the source of suffering. I wondered. Perhaps leaving it all behind could put an end to the pain.
Whoa. It's hard to imagine you like that. I mean, you had this super intimidating vibe when we first met.
Well, I was on a mission at the auction when we first met. And just as Rain said, I've come a long way from who I used to be.
Oh, wait. Okay, whatever that was, it stopped. Speaking of Rain...
Speaking of Rain, it's still wild to me. I never thought you and I would have mutual friends. And you even know one Denny Boo. Can you believe we might have passed each other so many times without even realizing it?
Enough about me. Tell me more about you, Lord Phaethon. Where have you been? And what have you experienced?
That's gonna be quite a long story. Let's start with the Red Fang gang.
Looking back, I feel like I've been through a lot lately. My brother and I even lost our faith in account. Oh, everything started when the Cunning Hares took something from the Red Fang gang.
As you walk along the river at Luminous Square with Vivian, you start sharing your stories. Although she wasn't part of them, she's been to the places they took place. She's been to the chaotic hollow of the Camellia Golden Week. She has her favorite sandwich at Cheesetopia, and she's even received a sticker from Officer Mew for rescuing Bangbu. You're amazed at the coincidences of life and New Eridu and how your paths have crossed so many times without you realizing it. After a long chat, it's time for a meal.
I remember it should be around here. That store's been sitting in my favorites for ages.
New place?
Lord Phaethon!
What's up?
Gotta bail up.
I've seen that black cat on 6th Street. That harmonica in the outer ring you mentioned. I've heard it before, too. I've even been to the monument outside Hollow Zero. But none of that was a coincidence.
Alright, what are you gonna tell me, Vivian?
It was me. Following you, and now I've finally made it to your side.
Okay, that sounds a
Ever since I was
bit
little,
more...
I had been seen as the bringer of bad fortune.
That sounds a tiny bit more like, you know, obsession.
I had traveled to many places and witnessed far too much misfortune. Every tear I shed brought disaster. I've heard too many curses to count. I loathed my tears as much as I despised my own existence. Wherever I stayed, tragedy followed. I had roamed too many places, and each time, it ended the same way. I didn't know where I could go anymore. One night, I stumbled upon a post discussing me. Whether they knew me or not, everyone seemed convinced that I was the source of the curse. Some mocked me with cruel intent. Some wished I would vanish, and others speculated maliciously. It really seemed that my very existence was a disaster. In that moment, as darkness enveloped the city, I saw lights flickering to life all around New Eridu. So many lights. And not knowing where to go, I thought, if only I could disappear into those lights.
Damn, Vivian.
I made up my mind. And right then, my phone rang. I decided to take one last look. I wanted to know who left me my final message from this world.
Was it us? Like, actually?
It was you, Lord Phaethon.
Wait, really? Me?
Yes. And I checked with the other Lord Phaethon. You were the one using the account at that time, but I know you probably don't remember it. After all, it was just an ordinary day, with an ordinary post and meaningless comments online.
Damn, even if she was following us for a while, like, she says something else that makes it just really hard to, like, it's really hard not to like her, okay? Come on.
For me, it was the night I finally realized where I could go. I wanted to walk the paths you had walked, see the sights you had seen. And then, one day, share it all with you. They...
Click too fast.
What did I even say in that comment? I can't remember off the top of my head.
Well, you'll have to figure it out for yourself. I'm not telling you.
Huh? No!
So, Lord Vathan, thank you. Not only for that comment you made that day, which was a silver lining for me, but also for giving me the courage to become who I am today. The Vivian standing right in front of you now. Lord Vathan, I truly like who I've become.
The wind skims across the surface of the water, lifting Vivian's hair and brushing it against her cheek. The lights reflected in her eyes dance and flicker, as if eager to share the stories of the past. Both the good and the bad, the happy and the sad. Emotions intertwine with the narratives and you feel as though you're witnessing the path she has traveled.
Lycon just sent a message. There's an update. Let's head back to the video store and go over the details together.
Alright, wait, you know what? Let's make a couple pulls right now by the by the ocean. I am going to buy one real quick. Also, I'm trying really hard to get the last Piper because I've almost full cinema'd my my A ranks, so it'd be nice to do that. All right, come on. I realize now though that if I it would hurt a lot more to lose 50-50 on this one. Alright, come on. Pull number 3. Last one. Dang, not even an A rank. Although we're 3 away from A rank. Nothing there. I could probably buy some Bupons. How many can I get? 7? Not enough for what I need. See, I'm also torn though because I really want Jane Doe. Like, she's a really, really good, like, physical attacker. But Vivian, like, come on. I can't not. I will focus on trying to get Vivian, and if I have any left, I will try to get Jane. But I don't see that happening. Something like that has only ever happened once, and that was in Genshin Impact.
Belle, you're back.
Indeed.
Lycon told me he wanted to meet up with us online to discuss things when he returned. I'll call him now.
Master Proxy, Miss Vivian. The gentleman Rena brought back has stabilized and calmed down now. Based on his account, we've identified where Hartman is hiding the core. He also mentioned that Hartman plans to trade the core with a group of people. We suspect that this group consists of members from the Exaltists.
I knew it. Now that we have the location, it would be splendid if we could seize the sacrifice core before they do.
Precisely. We hope you can head to the location as soon as possible to secure the sacrifice core.
We've got this.
I have other matters to attend to, so I'll leave the retrieval of the sacrifice core in your capable hands.
Do his knuckles say anything? Or are they just like marks?
The mayor's friend that he mentioned before will also be assisting you this time. The target coordinates have been shared with her, and she'll meet you there. Please ensure your safety, and I wish you all the best.
Okay, so we're meeting the new girl. Lord Phaethon, we'll head out as soon as you're ready. We must obtain the sacrifice core before Hartman does. Whoops. Let's put Miyabi in.
I would never turn down.
Eradicate all evil.
I also really want that Bangbu. It's like a Joker gentleman thief Bangbu. Joker from Persona 5, just letting you guys know. Oh, look who it is. He came here himself.
Where's the sacrifice core?
Camille, you really think I'd stroll around with something this important? Plus, even though the Ravenlocks and the Exaltus have been working together for ages, I've hardly even met Lady Dina. I'm the one offering the sacrifice core here. I'm curious what Lady Dina's got lined up for me in return?
I'm just here to verify that the core you mentioned is real. Once that's sorted, Lady Dina will give you a proper response. Our partnership isn't just talk. We need to be sure you have what we need before moving forward.
Sure thing. I'll take you to where I keep the core. Once you verify it's legit, have Lady Dina come over. We'll lay everything on the table face to face.
All right, lead the way.
It seems Hartman is trying to bargain for more. What a greedy and insatiable man. It's just that... why would they only send Camille for something as important as the sacrifice core? And I can't shake the feeling that Camille doesn't want Hartman and Dina to meet. Why is that?
Who's Dina?
Who's this Dina he just mentioned? Is she the leader of the Exaltists?
Kind of. Lord Phaethon, I really think we should hurry. We must get to where Hartman keeps the core before anyone else does.
I've got a shortcut planned, but there are gonna be ethereals along the way. I'll let you handle them, Vivian.
Also, if you take the I out of Dina's name, you get DNA.
Don't worry, Lord Phaethon. You are in capable hands.
Such an odd area. I don't know why. Kind of gives me that, well, I guess it doesn't give me those vibes, but I was gonna say that,
Ethereal! Stay away from Lord
that
Phaethon!
kind of loft area in Sonic Adventure that you have to use the light speed dash to get to.
Don't touch me. Stay away from me.
It has like a charge system, but I don't remember how to use it. I'll have to look into that later. But I do know like the basics.
Don't touch me.
I'll save for EX.
Looks like Hartman's trying to negotiate for more leverage.
Yeah, you know, now that I think about it, I don't
Let's
draw.
get out of here before we're spotted.
I don't draw humans as much as I probably should be drawing humans. The closest thing to a human I've drawn is a dragon. And if you know what I'm referencing, then yeah.
Let's keep moving, Lord Phaethon.
Very crowded area.
the enemies to me, Lord Phaethon. Evade.
Ooh, got both.
Just this once. They're still over there. Looks like they're arguing.
Oh. Wrested control from me, have you?
This is our chance. Let's hurry. No matter who has the sacrifice core, Hartman or the Exaltists, it would be really dangerous.
Why do I feel like Hugo's probably here? Because he hasn't shown up yet.
Hand over what's in the box. Or we do this the hard way.
You sure talk big, little girl. Let's see if you can get past me first.
Let's hurry and secure the sacrifice core.
And there's nothing in there.
Lord Phaethon, the box is empty. So Hartman never kept the core here to begin with?
How did you even find your way here? Where's the core in the box? What did you do with it?
Okay, so he had it.
You call this keeping the sacrifice core safe?
Just as everyone starts confronting each other, a voice comes from behind. Oh, hello. So,
Vivian, it's been ages.
who on earth are you?
Dina!
Oh, that's Dina.
Oh my, you actually remember me. So sweet. Look at you, thriving. I thought you'd totally forgotten about our past.
See, like, I feel like I always kind of get a little bit spoiled when it comes to the characters that show up in these games. Because, like, at some point somebody will post fan art, somebody will post, like, the character introductions, or, like, somebody will post whatever. Like, you most likely see the character if you follow Zenless Zone 0 on, like, any of their social medias. But I've never seen you.
So, tell me, do you ever dream about the people you've killed? Are they crying in your head all night?
Back then, I had no idea.
You had no idea? While you were soaking up all that love from Daddy and everyone else, you had no idea what was going on?
I wasn't.
Lady Dina, Miss Vivian didn't actually...
Camille, when did I say you could meet up with Hartman today?
I just wanted to make sure the sacrifice core is legit. I was worried Hartman might try to pull a fast one on us.
Really? So loyal. I thought you'd be more like the old days. Just a few words from Vivian, and you'd be plotting my demise. Just like what you did with Father.
I won't, Lady Dina.
Don't even think about betraying me, Camille. You owe me for what went down back then. However, I do understand your worries. This core, it's fake.
No way! I got this straight from Hugo. It can't be fake. How can you just claim it's fake without any proof?
Oh, was that one we were trying to buy?
Ugh, seriously?
Dina approaches Hartman and coldly inserts the core into an open wound on one of the subordinates. The guy collapses onto the ground screaming. Dina wipes her hands and casts a look of disdain. God, that sound was very off-putting.
The sacrifice core can max out the ether particles within human bodies in no time at all. But look at your little subordinate. How uncouth. He's making noises like some animal.
Can you shut him up? So annoying. The masterpiece Father made for the creator isn't this worthless piece of junk you're holding.
So, the real core.
Vivian, where do you think the sacrifice core is really at?
I don't know. If I knew where the real core was, I'd destroy it without a second thought. Dina, you understand what the sacrifices are. And you know those who were blessed should not have to endure such horrors.
I think Hugo would still have it. Because if he's still alive... Sorry, I'm like getting more comfortable. Because if he's still alive, I don't think he would give it like willingly to someone. Sure, he's trying to make his way to the top of tops to like make a name for himself, and he's gonna do some things that don't align with our like values, for lack of a better word. But I don't think he would do something like that.
Oh, they shouldn't have suffered those horrors. Weren't you the one who decided if they'd be blessed or not? If it weren't for your tears, how would they have encountered such misfortune? How self-righteous, Vivian. Their fates were in your hands.
Hey, we got a bot. I am going to destroy you. Congratulations, you've been eliminated.
It was you who brought disaster on them.
Landon just needed an excuse. He needed someone to blame. Whether I shed tears or not, he'd treat living beings as mere subjects for his sacrifice experiments. Dina, you know all of this. Landon even went so far as to sacrifice you.
Shut up, shut up, shut up! Father did it for his great cause. Vivian, why do you always mess everything up for me? Everything! You did it before, and now again! You just had to ruin my plan. I was so close to fulfilling Father's last wish. If you don't give me the sacrifice core, be prepared to become food for the ethereals.
I told you I don't have the sacrifice core. Otherwise, I would have destroyed it already. Lord Phaethon, find the right moment to retreat. She can be quite unpredictable when her temper flares.
Oh, really? You don't have it? Then I suppose there isn't a reason to keep you alive.
As Dina finishes her words, several explosions erupt, followed by tremors in the ground, signaling the rapid approach of numerous ethereals. In a panic, Hartman rushes to the car he summoned, taking Camille and Dina with him. Wait, can cars work in the Hollow?
More ethereals are coming. No chance to get out of this.
Victory, the only option. Yeah. It's over.
Stay away from Lord Phaethon! There are so
shoot.
many.
Hey, there she is.
It's ink?
Squid.
Shun Palace, good fortune, closed gate, safety.
What?
An evil miasma gathers here. Another place of conflict. If you wish to avoid disaster, then head southeast. Now!
Thank you.
She is, come on. They really, really wanted you to see that. And I get it.
Finally. Peace and quiet.
Oh, little bird. He's a baby bird.
You must be Belle, right? Mayflower mentioned a special partner might need my help.
So she's the new Hollow Raider.
Can I ask, who are you?
I'm the 13th generation master of Yunque Summit. You can call me Yishuan. Mayflower passed along your info, and I was curious what kind of person you are, so I came to see. At first, I thought it might be a hassle, but your energy feels really calming. Quite nice, actually.
Are you the investigator?
Oh, so you're the investigator the mayor talked about.
Yes. He also asked me to be your temporary teacher and offer you a bit of guidance.
Guidance? What exactly does that mean?
Unfortunately, this isn't the right time or place to talk. I have some investigation work to catch up on, and it seems you've got quite a lot on your hands, so let's part ways for now.
Like, is she gonna train us? Bell Agent Win.
I'll find a good time to visit you soon.
And they better be free. Give me the Bell and Wise agents. Yiswin, I think that's how you pronounce her name, leaves after saying this, while Vivian appears lost in thought, looking distracted.
I'm so sorry, Lord Vathan. I'm just not feeling very well. I think I'll head back for now. I'll investigate the sacrifice core and reach out once I find something.
Let's leave the hollow first.
You definitely need some rest. Let's get out of the hollow.
Ow, bit my tongue.
Lord Vathan, are you going to rest now?
I'm not in a hurry to get back. You've been kind of off since we got out, and it's got me worried.
If you want to talk, I'm here to listen.
If something's bugging you, just spill it if you want to. I'm a pretty good listener, you know.
I didn't mean to keep my past from you, Lord Vathan. When I was little, people thought I brought misfortune, so no matter where I went, no one wanted me around for long. Then, one day, Landon adopted me and brought me to the Exaltists. There, I met Dina, who was so kind to me, treating me like a dear sister. She told me her father, Landon, was a great man who'd one day make everyone stop fearing the Hollows, so all life could live freely inside and outside of them. Tina helped Landon pick people for the blessing, and everyone in the Exaltists respected her greatly. Those who received the blessing would have a better ether aptitude, allowing them to enter the Hollow freely without fear of sudden disaster. Back then, Dina would chat with me every day, always about the Exaltists and her father. But things between us shifted when Landon asked me to step in for Dina. Landon told me I didn't only bring misfortune, and that if I listened to him, I could actually help people. After that, he'd take me to meet people, and if I shed tears, he'd give them a blessing medicine. Those who got the blessing could dodge calamities. At first, I was ecstatic, thinking I could help others. I shared my joy with Dina, but that was when she started to pull away from me.
The blessing medicine. Please tell me that wasn't the sacrifice serum Bringer had?
Yes. To be precise, it was an early version of the sacrifice serum. Landon's medicine wasn't stable. The medicine Landon developed could boost abilities quickly, but also sped up the development of ether corruption. In the end, most people turned into ethereals, and a few became sacrifices, losing all human consciousness. The ethereals were killed while the sacrifices were given to the higher-ups of the Exaltists. The Exaltists wanted the sacrifices to hold human consciousness, so Landon's medicine was seen as a failure, and he gradually lost influence within the Exaltists. One day, I saw Dina, and tears streamed down my face. In a bid to save his reputation, Landon decided to let his own daughter receive the blessing. I had always thought that getting the blessing was a good thing, until I saw terror in Dina's eyes that day. That evening, I broke Landon's rules for the first time and followed him out of the Exaltist's residence. I trailed him to the Hollow, where I witnessed someone who had been blessed becoming corrupted. In the end, that person became an ethereal. Then, without hesitation, Landon killed him. Before Landon returned, I went back to the residence and snuck into his study. And there, I uncovered the truths I just told you. And just a few days later, it was time for Dina to be blessed. I wanted to save her and stop anyone else from getting deceived. So, that day, I told everyone present that Landon should be the one to receive the blessing, not Dina. At first, Landon argued, and no one believed me, but in front of them all, I looked at him and let my tears fall.
Vivian starts to recount what happened that day.
Lord Landon, please accept the blessing.
Vivian, you...
Why won't you accept the blessing? Were you lying to us?
Ooh, that's actually pretty good. Caught yourself, huh?
Ungrateful fools! You have no use anymore!
So what was his end goal?
Liar!
Run! Run!
Dina! Dina, wake up! We have to go!
Vivian? What's happening?
Listen to me! Lord Landon's so-called blessing isn't... Father!
No, I was just...
Mom, I want to go home.
It's got nothing to do with us. This is just what happens when you don't accept the blessing.
Vivian, was this you?
Dina, I just didn't want you to accept the blessing. Everyone who does ends up...
I just don't want to lose my father.
You knew? If you knew what he's done, you...
He's my father. He's all I have. Stop being self-righteous, Vivian. You only ever bring misfortune.
I thought once Landon was gone, Dina would leave the Exaltists.
Such a deep, deep brainwashing.
I never expected her to continue his research, or that Camille would stay.
Dang it. Hold on.
Camille lost her entire family in a hollow disaster, so she's always supported the Exaltists. She's not a bad person. She's just someone searching for hope. She joined the Exaltists very early on, and even watched Dina grow up. That day, she was just so desperate to save Dina that she... All these years, she's been following Dina, taking care of everything out of guilt, I think. But I didn't just fail to save Dina. I trapped her. I see misfortune approaching, but I can never change its course or avoid the bad ending. Maybe I really am a bringer of misfortune.
No way. You're not the one bringing bad luck. Whatever went down with the Exaltists, Landon used you. As for Dina and Camille, they know the truth, and they just made their choices. The Hollows and the disasters they caused took more than just their loved ones. But not all survivors cling to obsession and hatred like they do.
Lord Phaethon.
You need to believe in yourself. You're currently resolving the sacrifice crisis with your own effort. I remember you saying you really like yourself now. So what's changed?
Yes, that'll always be true. Thank you for listening to my story today. Years have gone by, but I've never had the courage to face all this. Maybe Dina and I were meant to meet today, so I could finally spill it all out. It lightens my heart a little, Lord Vathan. You truly are a wonderful listener.
Whenever you're feeling down, don't hesitate to come to me.
I will. It's been such a long day. You must be exhausted. I'll track down the location of the sacrifice core and let you know what I find. Good night, Lord Vathan.
After bidding farewell to Vivian, you head back to the video store. You see the collectible she gifted you on the table, and it stirs a flood of memories. You've been through so much lately. You hope the sacrifice crisis can be resolved smoothly, pondering the whereabouts of the real sacrifice core. Weariness sets in, and before you know it, you drift off to sleep. When you wake, it's almost noon. Man, that was like today. Belle, Vivian was in the store just now, but you weren't there. Or weren't here. It was about the sacrifice core. The first time the sacrifice core appeared was at the auction, so she decided to try and find the security footage from after that day. It's possible more happened afterwards, and we're simply unaware of it. If we can get the footage, we may gain new clues. Belle, if you have time, head to Lumina Galleria and meet up with Vivian. Oh boy. Usually when that happens, that means a lot of stories about to happen. Earlier, Vivian exchanged information with an acquaintance in the auction's house's lounge.
Shaw.
Oh, hey, yes, Chow.
I
Or
didn't expect
Shaw?
you to be working here. Perfect.
Okay, I feel stupid now. I've been calling her S-Jal for so long. But it's pronounced Shawl, I think?
I was just covering someone's shift. The screening here is super strict, and I was afraid the supervisor would realize I was new and subbing for someone, so I hid in the control room during the supervisor's inspection. So I happened to bump into this guy, a blonde man wearing a hat, and I think he was checking some footage. Then he logged that footage into the tape he brought. Later, I found that part of the footage had been wiped.
Blonde, wearing a hat. Could it be Hugo?
Do you know him?
I think it's him. If it were Hugo... I think I know where he would hide the tape. Thank you, Shaw. You were a big help.
Great! You also helped me a lot when I started working. I used to make mistakes all the time. If it weren't for you cleaning up my messes, I would have been fired ages ago. So I'm happy I could help you too. All right, go ahead and do what you need to do. We'll catch up another time.
Lord Vathan, you're here. Someone I used to work part-time with just so happens to be covering a shift at the auction. I learned from her that Hugo once took some footage away with him. I think Hugo was planning something, so he hid the security footage. But once I know when Hugo came here, I should be able to guess where he put the videotape. We are Mockingbird after all. It wouldn't be surprising to have subtle ways of communicating information, should it? Once on a mission, we couldn't use communicators. So Hugo trained a few birds and put trackers on so we could communicate. But after that mission ended, we let them run free. But I just checked their trackers, and one of those birds flew near the auction venue on the day Hugo took the footage. It still flies around here from time to time. The tracker only gives a broad area, but I believe this might be something Hugo left for us to find. If I'm not mistaken, the videotape is hidden wherever the bird is. Can't be sure which bird Hugo used at the time. All the birds he originally trained had at least some black feathers. Lord Phaethon, let's split up and search the area. If you see a bird, you can send me a picture of it. I should be able to recognize it. Bing bong. Black feathers, she said. Tweet, tweet. A soft and sweet ball of fluff. It's hard to imagine this bird. This is the bird Hugo chose for the mission. But it does have black feathers. Maybe this is it. Either way, might as well take a photo and send it to Vivian. After sending a picture of the panda-colored chunk of a bird to Vivian, you get a negative answer. Let's keep looking elsewhere. Hey, I would use this bird. He's a little adorable little dude. This is an absolute unit. Dear Lord. My cat's kind of like that. I don't think it was a bamboo, if I'm being honest. So let's check this one back here. Ooh. Now this seems like a bird that he would probably use. Oh, nice picture. Black crows in a dark alley. Seems a bit cliche, but this really is a good place to hide something. Let's take a photo of the crow and send it to Vivian. After receiving the photo, Vivian quickly responds, "That's the one." She quickly comes over. He is always somebody for his theatrics. It's all thanks to Lord Phaethon that we found him so quickly. If it's here, then Hugo must have hidden the videotape among the boxes. You look through the boxes and find a recording, but it's been damaged. After discussing with Vivian, you decide to head back to the video store together to repair it, and check the contents before making your next move. Wait a minute, was that Fast and Furious? Family. La familia. Ferry repairs the videotape, and you watch the recording. The content leaves you shocked. It's a conversation between Hugo and Camille.
If I'm not mistaken, you and Vivian share the same goal. Silence is no good for negotiation.
I just don't want Dina to reach a point of no return.
Hasn't she already reached that point with what she's doing?
The formula for the Landon serum was lost, but a batch survived, and Dina was able to develop a substance that can be used for mind control. She's trying to combine the two to make sacrifices that would obey human commands. If the dormant sacrifice and the remaining Landon serum are destroyed, we can put an end to this. Dina's concoction can't create sacrifices on its own.
And the sacrifice core?
That belongs to the creator, not her. Although I find Landon's methods despicable, I can't deny that the Exaltists and the Creator are leading us in the right direction. I just don't want Dina to spend her life trapped by her father's mistakes.
I mean, no offense, but I find your protectiveness rather weird. I will confirm the location of the dormant sacrifice and find the chance to relay the information to you. I do not want any of my people to be going into danger. As for the sacrifice core, I can only guarantee that it will not fall into her hands. As for how things will ultimately play out,
the Creator will guide me.
The videotape, or the video abruptly comes to an end.
Camille was actually destroying the dormant sacrifice?
Why has Hugo never mentioned this before?
Now Camille's actions make sense. But why did Hugo never tell us?
Hugo... he...
Belle, Lycon said there's something urgent he needs to discuss with us right now.
All right, let's patch him in.
Ring ring.
Master Proxy, I apologize for disturbing you. We have just learned that the Ravenlock family will host a banquet tonight. This banquet is rather special, as they're allowing members of their family to invite business partners to attend. With Hartman at the center of controversy, there are many members of the family who are eager to use this opportunity to replace him. The mayor has been spreading rumors of a young tycoon who inherited a sizable fortune and is looking to partner with a person from an old and influential family. This information has lured a young man named Burton from the Ravenlock family.
So, you want me to pose as this tycoon and use Burton to infiltrate the banquet?
Correct. And Hartman's study is also located within the venue.
I see. Hartman's study might hold valuable information.
So, what should I do?
You can attend as her +1.
Ooh, going on a date.
+1? Please go with me!
Oh, she is so into it.
Master Proxy, it seems Miss Vivian requires your presence, so...
Yes, just your presence will help me immensely!
All right, then let's go together.
I'll send you the time and place for the meeting with Burton. If you encounter any danger, please evacuate immediately or contact me for backup. I hope everything goes well for you tonight.
You get in contact with Burton. He said he'll come to 6th Street later to escort us to the banquet. Is there anything I need to look out for? Don't worry, Lord Phaethon. Just leave the socializing to me. I won't let any evildoers get close to you. But since there's still some time before we have to go, should we watch the instructional videotape on formal dinner etiquette together? I learned everything from videotapes when I first went undercover at a banquet for a mission too. Though such a method isn't sufficient to master it, it's enough to deal with this one excursion. Let's do some last minute studying. Yep, I'll go over the key details for you as we watch the tape. Just remember, there's weirdly a difference between the types of forks you use. Then there's like napkins, and there's like where you put your hand. It's huge to do. You do some last minute studying on the etiquette expected at a formal banquet for your mission that night. Before you know it, evening has arrived. Lord Phaethon, Burton sent his location. Are you ready to join me for the banquet? Let's do it. Then I'll meet up with Burton first to make sure he's not tampered with the car. Lord Phaethon, please wait 5 minutes before joining me. You'll be safer this way. Vivian heads off first. After 5 minutes, she sends a message saying it's all good. Let's go meet up. Dang, not even gonna dress in something more formal, Belle? You just go in your everydays? Then again, they wouldn't change the model just for one scene, so, you know, it makes sense. With the illusion of imagination and storytelling, we can just imagine it. Miss Banshee, this is... Something the matter? Ah, what I mean is, this person doesn't look like your bodyguard. The Ravenlocks can protect me now. If that's true, why would I bring a bodyguard? This is my escort for the night. She heard the Ravenlocks are throwing a true feast for the centuries, with plenty of delicious delicacies not available anywhere else, and she wanted to try some. You aren't so stingy as to not even allow your guests a +1, are you? Of course not. but since you're an important companion of Miss Vivian's, you're also my honored guest. Let's be off then. My chauffeur shall take you to the port, and from there, we will take a speedboat to the manor. Ooh, private island. After an hour later, you arrive at Ravenlock Manor. With Burton's guidance, you go through the numerous security checks before finally arriving at the banquet hall.
Miss Banshee, I believe I've shown you my sincerity. Now how about you?
He's got pointy ears too. Like, what does this allude to? Because, like, I don't know if they've ever really told us why, but then again, it's like the same thing they do with Genshin.
Sincerity? My presence here is a show of sincerity.
If we're to work together, Miss Banshee, you should drop your pretentious act.
I am well aware of the ways of the Ravenlock family. If I were to come empty-handed, I probably wouldn't even be able to make it out the front door tonight. Since I agreed to come with you, and even brought along my most precious companion. Does that not show my deepest sincerity?
No need for such an off-color joke. Our door is always open for those coming or going.
We both know what's what, so let's cut the small talk. I know far more about how the Ravenlock family made their fortune than most here. I am also well aware of why Hartman, despite such a massive scandal, still remains in power.
Oh? Do tell.
Exaltists, blessing, sacrifice, Landon. Where would you like me to start?
How did you know that? No, who are you?
Don't be so tense. If I'm not mistaken, it's about time the banquet began. My companion and I are practically famished. Is this how you treat your guests? By letting them starve? Perhaps when we've had our fill, we'll remember where the sacrifice is hidden.
How's about you refresh my memory?
You know where the sacrifice is?
So, can we go get something to eat now? And I'm also looking forward to receiving a special dessert from you. We can discuss what you wish to know while we enjoy dessert.
Of course. I wouldn't let such an important guest discuss matters on an empty stomach. As for dessert, I will prepare it myself, and I guarantee it will satisfy you. I'll come find you later. I wish you a pleasant evening.
Burton hurriedly leaves, and Vivian seems to breathe a sigh of relief.
These kinds of people are exhausting to deal with. I really don't know how Hugo used to put up with it.
What did you mean by dessert?
What did you mean by dessert just now? I couldn't really follow.
Hugo taught me that bringing up dessert in such situations is a way of telling the other party they need to offer more. Fortunately, that old fox Hartman is terrified of losing power. He's definitely keeping the destruction of the sacrifice and the fact that the sacrifice core is fake hidden from the other family members. Otherwise, Burton wouldn't have been so willing to raise his offer. Lord Phaethon, let's find Hartman's study when the banquet is at its busiest.
All right, I've already taken note of the surrounding terrain. Once more people arrive, we'll enter the garden through the door in the corner of the banquet hall.
Wherever you go, I'll follow, Lord Phaethon.
In accordance with the plan, you head deep into the manor after sneaking out of the banquet hall with Vivian. It doesn't take you long to reach Hartman's study, and with a gentle push, the door actually opened.
Isn't this going a bit too well?
Perhaps we're just lucky? Plus, their security measures outside were so tight. Maybe it's more lax inside.
However, just to be safe, I'll call Lycon.
Let's check Hartman's recent correspondences for clues. I still have concerns about the sacrifice core.
Right. Though the core he gave Dina was fake, Hartman might have left a trick up his sleeve and hid the real one.
Then let's split up.
You and Vivian searched through Hartman's office for a while, but find nothing. Just then, footsteps suddenly come from outside, and in a moment of panic, you hide behind the desk.
Esteemed guests, is the catering at the Ravenlock family banquet not to your satisfaction? So much so that these two distinguished guests felt the need to come to my humble office to scavenge for food. Don't want to come out? Well, after all, you don't have long left. Burton, that greedy idiot, fell for the mayor's trap. But I never expected that he would bring you into my territory. I suppose I should thank him. Otherwise, I would have had to go to great lengths to eliminate you. Vivian, Phaethon, give Hugo my regards. Tell him I shall be taking the wealth and power of the Ravenlock family for myself.
Hartman raises his gun, aiming at the desk, yet there's no gunshot. With a clink of metal, a familiar voice comes.
The bullet!
How? There he is. I have taken all of your bullets out of the chambers.
Dear Uncle, why must we be so distant with one another? You can just tell me what you want to say directly.
Hugo! Impossible! You...
Uncle, you must know a Ravenlock will never stop until they get what they want. Did you really think I would be defeated so soon? When I have yet to trample you into the dirt.
You filthy bastard! You only know how to resort to these petty tricks!
Petty tricks? Perhaps you'd like to know what I managed to accomplish using this faked death of mine, my dear uncle.
Shortly before.
Faking my own death. Hope it's all worth the theatrics in the end. It was just to keep Hartman off my back, but maybe I went a little overboard. The manager must be pretty shaken up. I should apologize at some point.
Dang, and then after this next one, I gotta try and pull him, and then Lighters on the rerun.
Lycon along. He's my partner in crime, after all.
It's gonna be a bit difficult trying to get the characters I want.
You're late.
So strict. Spare me a moment to catch my breath, will you?
You're taking longer to rest than I expected.
Oops. Is that literally a blood pack?
Lycon, you think too highly of my physical capabilities. Well, thank you for your cooperation. I must say, if nothing else, at least your acting skills have improved.
See, Mr. Laughing Moon, this guy is absolutely the vampire.
Why do you look so angry? You should be happy. We pulled that off together with flawless teamwork and managed to fool everyone.
Drop your foolish facade.
I'm glad you still remember the code we set all those years ago. And thank you for ensuring your sleight of hand didn't deteriorate. Oh, right. I should also thank the blood bag hidden in my clothes and our other props. Do you remember when we last used this trick? It was probably ages ago.
Sometimes I really don't understand you. Have you never thought about what the consequences would be if I didn't understand your code? If I decided against helping you? Or if I just couldn't control my strength properly?
Well, he trusts you, apparently.
You'd understand it. Of course. If things really did go awry, I had alternative plans. You wouldn't be so arrogant as to think I'd bet everything on you, would you?
You're insane.
Aw, I'm flattered.
So what exactly is the purpose behind all this? Surely after going to such great lengths to erase your own existence, you don't just plan to hide here and reminisce about the past with me. Don't try to brush this off. I've already helped you enact your plan. Tell me the truth.
Don't get your tail in a twist. I have more plans that require your assistance, so naturally I would not hide anything from you. Simply put, as things stand, whether as Hugo Vlad or as Mockingbird, I am doomed to die.
Seems you've made quite a few enemies.
As a member of the Ravenlock family, I negotiated with Edmund and managed to obtain resources from Tops for my future plans. I also confirmed what attitude they held toward your master, the Mayflower family. Meanwhile, I used my identity in Mockingbird to strike a deal with Hartman and gather information on their collaboration with the remnants of the Exaltists. That's where I got my intel on what Bringer left. Oh, by the way, the crime declaration letter that your dear mayor received, that was also sent by yours truly. He's probably figured that out by now, right? Though I'm not sure if he told you.
The mayor learned about the sacrifice attacks through his own means, but lacked an opportunity to take action. That warning letter was precisely what he needed.
Alright, hold on, I gotta let my cat out.
You aren't hopeless yet. How delightful. In short, I'm more well-informed than your lot because I get around, dealing with all these different important figures. But of course, it comes at a cost. It's only fair. After all, you can't hide the smoke from a wildfire. Rather than trying to carefully tame it and risk setting yourself alight, it's better to let it burn free.
When I helped you put on your little act, killing you in front of everyone, you left the sacrifice core to Hartman. That was intentional too, then?
Oh, yes. And it worked like a charm, didn't it? Now no one cares for me anymore, and all eyes are on Hartman. A perfect situation for keeping the Ravenlock family in check while dealing a cutting blow to the Exaltists behind them. Another crucial point is Vivian and Phaethon. I must sever any ties they have with me or Mockingbird. Although I feel bad for Phaethon about what happened, but it had to be done. That's the only way they would be safe, allowing the plan to continue.
I noticed that you never turned your blade toward Master Proxy. So, those words you said back then were also...
I will bloody my hands. I will carry the weight of my sins. I will become the Abyss.
Yeah, that guy really likes being theatrical.
Obviously. It was all an act. My acting has always been impeccable, as you know.
Hugo, you're taking such a tremendous risk. Why?
Would you believe me if I said it's for justice? But unfortunately, it's not. I want revenge on the Ravenlock family. And I will make sure that despicable excuse for a human being, Hartman, suffers a slow, torturous end. Of course. I also promised Vivian that I would help her investigate the whole thing with the Exaltists. That's all.
You don't look too good. Is it your wounds?
No. This is the first problem I plan to resolve, Lycon. Do you have a place that is sufficiently discreet, quiet, and can take a lot of damage?
Lycon leads Hugo to a small warehouse in Port Elpis. Hugo looks quite pleased with the place. After scanning the area for a moment, he sits down in a chair, pulls out some rope, and ties himself up.
What exactly are you doing?
Don't look at me like that. If I didn't have to do this, I wouldn't. Hartman recently obtained a bizarre substance, most likely from those crazy exaltists. After use, it allows control of the victim's mind. To some extent.
You were dosed with it.
To be more precise, Lycon, I deliberately allowed Hartman to put this drug in my cup to facilitate our previous collaboration.
Hugo tells Lycon what happened back in the private suite when he was negotiating with Hartman. The only reason Hartman agreed to work with him was because of this, because he had drugged that red liquid. After that, every time Hugo and Hartman met up, the latter would always add a small dose of the drug into Hugo's cup, and then ask questions, attempting to glean information.
After finding out about it, I quickly found someone to help analyze its composition. The good news is he gave me a very low dosage, perhaps because he was afraid I might notice. There's a different medication that can delay its onset, preventing me from actually being under his control. I simply need to put on a show in front of my dear uncle. The bad news is that currently there is no antidote. When I delay those effects, however, they will accumulate and erupt when my body reaches its limit. It may even break my mind, and that's exactly what's happening now. I need to endure those accumulated consequences. So, I will lock myself in this room for however long that takes. I've tied my limbs to prevent me from smashing this place or accidentally hurting myself. Anyway, after you leave, do not open this door, no matter what you hear.
I recommend seeking professional medical assistance.
This is advice I received from a doctor. Or are you saying you don't believe I can make it? So, I can't. Come find me here at the scheduled time. All you need to do is smile and await my victory.
What if I want to stop you?
You know you won't succeed. You never have. And you never will. Well, time is short. Let's begin.
I understand. Don't die, you stupid bastard.
He was fine. After who knows how long, after enduring seemingly endless pain, Hugo finally awakens. The ropes that bound him had come undone, though he didn't know when that happened. Hugo checked himself over. Thankfully, he hadn't injured himself that badly while he was going crazy. After some time, Hugo straightens out his attire and tidies himself up, then opens the warehouse door.
Is this because the side effects haven't worn off yet? Lycon's late. I'm surprised. Or is something wrong with time itself? Looks like someone's over there. Might as well go ask.
Oh, they actually modeled this area. There's a TV. It's all your fault. Why were you born with those eyes? If it weren't for you, I wouldn't be in this mess. I had made it. I endured for so long. All those years of planning. I was so close. He already agreed. You, go and beg him to reconsider for me, okay? Tell him you'll do anything. Tell him to take me back. No, he won't want to see you now. You can't go and see him. Mother.
It's all your fault.
She looks vaguely like you, so I guess I could kind of get it.
I wish I had never given birth to you!
The woman's face is distorted with hatred, as if the person before her is not her child, but an enemy who destroyed her future. She blames all her misfortune on this innocent child.
Everything will get better if you just die, right? If you die, he'll come back. We'll have another, more perfect child. One who will inherit the Ravenlock family bloodline. Then I will be able to escape this pain. So, Hugo, for the sake of Mommy's happiness, just die, okay?
She raises her hand to reveal a pair of scissors, the tip gleaming with a chilling light. She thrusts the sharp point towards Hugo's paler eye. Then she suddenly vanishes, as if she had never existed at all.
So, I wasn't awake yet after all.
That's because you don't want to wake up again.
I am the shadow, the true self.
Who are you?
I am thou, thou art I.
I am you.
Exactly.
Hidden deep within your heart. Your most true self.
Oh no, this really is Persona.
You want to kill her, don't you? Your so-called mother.
I should play Persona on stream once. I don't think I've ever done like the highest difficulties before, so it might be interesting.
Every time she beat you without reason, when she tried to gouge out your eyes, when she sold you into that hell, laughing all the while, you wanted to be the one to end her life. Why not admit your hatred? As you are, you can hunt her down and make her pay for the living hell of a childhood she made you suffer.
Yes, I hate her. I hate her because she was foolish and shallow, greedy and stupid.
Ooh, we're maxing out the text box.
Because she doesn't deserve to be a mother. She did everything she could to try and get into the Ravenlock family, believing she could live a life of luxury without having to do anything and never realizing she was a pawn, discarded from the very beginning. So she chose to blame me. Blame me for my heterochromia. Blame me for my very existence. But I won't kill her, because I know it won't change anything. She was incapable of loving me, just as she is incapable of loving herself.
Have you been brainwashed by that dog? Keeping up the act of being some magnanimous and forgiving fool?
Don't compare us. I've simply come to understand love or hate. I make my own choices, and they have nothing to do with anyone else.
She sold you to the Ravenlock family for a huge sum of money. She used that money to start a new life without you. While she was indulging herself, you were going through hell in the Ravenlock Manor. Does it not torment you Do you not feel the hatred? Do you not want to demand answers? Kill her. Only by killing her can you be truly free.
For a long time, I thought the same way. But now, well, I want to make a different choice.
Stop lying to yourself. You never had a choice. This weak-minded thinking will only lead you to failure. Like before, you'll be nothing but a worm, trampled into the dirt by those so-called elites. Do you still not get it? This is how the world is, and always has been. Hesitate and you'll be the victim. If you don't grab your knife first, you'll end up being on the other end of the blade. If you want to change anything, you must first become the one who makes the rules. Just like that woman. The only reason she could treat us that way was because we were weak. So listen to me. Find that woman, kill her, and prove to this world your strength! It's what she deserves! Why forgive them? They don't deserve it.
I'm not forgiving them. Or rather, I don't care about them. They don't, you know.
Oh, shoot.
Perhaps the person I hate the most, the one I truly cannot forgive, has never been someone else. But rather my weak, powerless past self who could do nothing but hide inside a closet and cry. I hate myself for having neither the strength nor the courage to resist. I hate myself for begging for so-called familial love, even after being treated so terribly. I hate that despite the pain of my wounds, I still hope to receive the carrot and not the stick. And that me is you. Correct. So, I forgive you. I forgive myself.
You'll regret this, fool. Your pretty words mean nothing. You will ultimately return here to me.
After an intense bout of dizziness, Hugo awakens in the dark warehouse. The ropes that bound him had come undone at some point. Hugo takes a deep breath of the damp air and stands up. Hugo straightens out his attire and tidies himself up. Then he opens the warehouse door.
I see. This is still an illusion. I wonder who's going to show up this time.
So less battle heavy and more story heavy.
Brother! Hugo, let's play hide and seek! I'm already hiding! You'll find me, right? Like you always do!
Serena.
Oh, there's a... I thought I was literally looking for her.
You're looking in the wrong place. I found an even better hiding spot this time. Harder to find than any place you showed me.
Oh no, not the stock children laughter.
Hey, Hugo, do you ever wonder why I had to die?
It was because of me.
That's right. It was because of you. It's all your fault. If only you didn't exist, I wouldn't have had to suffer.
Oh, so the first place I checked earlier. Oh, never mind.
Still looking in the wrong spot. I can't believe you still haven't found me after all this time. Have you forgotten about me?
I haven't forgotten.
It's okay. I'll forgive you. I'll still be nice to you, just like before. I was the only one who was ever nice to you, wasn't I?
Yes.
Then tell me, why do good people always suffer? Why is kindness always punished instead? Tell me, Hugo, why? Hugo, are you lost?
Oh
Go
no.
back the way you came. I left you a surprise there.
What a cruel bastard. As expected of a disgusting bastard. Lady Serena was so nice to him, yet he... How does he still have the nerve to stay in this house? They shouldn't have let him in from the start. Filthy, lowly blood. Curses and insults encircle Hugo, piercing his skin like frozen knives. The mockery and rage form a wave that crashes through him, threatening to drown him. Then, as the cacophony reaches its peak, it goes silent. The air seems to congeal in the silence, deep and oppressive. It's as if time stood still, with only his rapid heartbeat echoing.
I told you that you would eventually return.
I didn't think you meant literally.
We meet again, my friend.
I told you, I am you. The side of you that you've always tried to deny existed.
Of course. I know. This time it's about Serena. Right?
Yes. Your half-sister. And the only child in the Ravenlock family who was kind to you. Unfortunately, it was her kindness that led to her untimely death.
It was my fault.
I don't like the way you blame yourself. Because that means I'm to blame as well. And I don't think I did anything wrong. Your mother sold you to the Ravenlocks. And your father, he saw your talent and wanted to use you to push the other children into competing with each other.
My brothers and sisters wanted to get rid of me from the moment they first saw me.
In their eyes, you were no more than a slave. But Serena dared to treat you, a slave, as if you were human. And so, she was fated to die.
They tried to kill me. Many times. But I was careful. And they did not succeed.
So they killed Serena, who was weaker, an easier target, and pinned everything on you. Serena died in your place. Those cruel brats thought that by reporting this to Father, they could use it to get rid of you, a rival who threatened their positions. Yet, not only did Father not blame you for the incident, he praised you for it.
In this world, only the ruthless, cruel, and merciless can stand at the top.
And that's exactly what you managed to live up to, no? You found a perfect opportunity thereafter to catch the ringleader of the group who framed you and almost beat him to death. Oh, you should have seen the expression on your face back then. Oh, crazed and manic with utmost delight.
I don't remember that.
Seemingly unsatisfied with his answer, the inner demon transforms into him again.
Here you go again, trying to deny your desires. Deep down inside, you've always wondered, asking yourself why these evil people never got the punishment they deserved. Why the world is so unfair. Don't you want to rip them to shreds? Just like that day when you beat that boy's face into the dirt until he was barely recognizable. His disgusting blood staining your fists. Recall your exhilaration, your cathartic release of rage, that outpour of hatred. That victory belongs to you. You deserve it.
Those brothers and sisters of mine are all dead. I cannot take revenge against the long deceased.
They died by Hartman's hand. Dying in the power struggle to become the Ravenlock family's heir, rather than by our scythe. Boring.
Boring. I find it hilariously ironic. Children who would murder their own kin for scraps of power dead at the hand of their uncle who followed their example. Is that not karma? Power struggles pitting kin against each other, betrayal, suspicion, and hatred between people of the same blood. It's like a curse written into the Ravenlock family's genes. Laughably stupid.
Don't forget, my dear, that the same blood flows through your veins.
As if to prove his words, the inner demon transforms into Hartman.
That's right, my dear nephew. No matter how much you deny it, the blood of the Ravenlock family flows through your veins. Survival of the fittest. Only the strongest deserve to live. Only the strongest deserve to rule. This is the path of success that has led the Ravenlock family to victory countless times. A blessing and a curse etched into your flesh and blood. As long as you live, you'll never escape the mark of family.
Family.
You are destined to one day become someone like me, like your father.
Is that fear I sense? I can see you trembling. Why does the Ravenlock bloodline terrify you so?
I won't become like my father. Never.
You won't become a failure like him. So relax. Our power eclipses him, and so does our ambition. So, do not deny your own desires. Do not resist your own ambition. This is the talent you are born with. The best gift fate has ever given you. Admit it. Deep within your heart lies a spark, yearning to ignite a raging inferno that will burn everything down. And I am that spark.
After an intense bout of dizziness, Hugo awakes in the dark warehouse. The ropes that bound him have come undone at some point. Hugo takes a deep breath of the damp air and stands up. Here we go again. Hugo straightens out his attire and tidies himself up. Then he opens the warehouse door.
Lycon. Never thought I'd be this genuinely thankful to see you. Seeing you means this never-ending nightmare is finally over, right?
No, he's part of it. Why did you break our... Why did you break our oath? Why did you use me? My eye and those legs, they were all your fault. You know, you are exactly like your father.
I don't want to hear something like that from you. You have no idea what that man, my father, is really like.
A person who stops at nothing for their own interests and ambitions. Just like what you're doing right now.
And what do you think I'm doing this for?
All of this was part of your plan. You knew where the Ravenlock family was going to be, so you set Mockingbird's target there. To seek revenge, you plotted to assassinate your own father, but he was too vigilant, and you failed.
Man, they're really putting Hugo through the ringer.
After almost being assassinated, your father was furious and locked everyone in the hall, but was unable to find the assassin.
And what a coincidence that a hollow disaster just occurred in the vicinity. So he used it to eliminate all the unfamiliar faces there, turning them into victims of the Hollow, an easy feat for the Ravenlock family. So, the one who killed innocents was my father, not me.
You knew what choice an extremist like him would make, and you used the chaos to once again attempt an assassination. This time you succeeded. You killed your own father at the cost of innocent lives.
Hold on.
Admit it, Hugo. You don't care about anyone else. The only thing you care about is your revenge. How is that any different from your father?
Enough. I'm tired. I may hate him for betraying me, but he wouldn't say something like that.
What?
You aren't Lycon. You're the other me, hidden deep within my heart.
Hugo takes a deep breath and slowly opens his eyes. Lycon is gone, and in his place is that familiar figure. Without a doubt, he is still within the illusion.
I've been waiting for you, my dear.
You know, the way he talks almost reminds me a little bit of you, Mr. Laffy Moon.
It seems you've already grown accustomed to this place, even turning the tables on me.
Just as you said, you are me, and I am you. There's no such thing as having an advantage over oneself. We are ultimately one and the same. Forever inseparable.
Then you should know what I want to say. When you and Lycon split, you didn't even try to clear up the misunderstanding, didn't deny or argue against what he said. Because you realized that deep down, he was right about you. You just hadn't acted on it yet. Some people live only to bring more suffering into this world. Sometimes, murder is what brings justice back into this world.
For that, I must stain these hands in blood.
That's right. Just like what you said before you faked your death. Were those words really just an act? To slay the dragon, you must first become one with sharp claws, rending fangs, and strength enough to destroy anything. You know the truth better than anyone. If you hadn't hesitated, and instead seized the first opportunity to kill your father, none of what followed would have happened. Innocent civilians wouldn't have died. Your partner wouldn't have lost an eye and both legs trying to save people. And Mockingbird would have never gotten to that point. You can save more people. Save good people. Save more lives than the evil ones you take.
I've spent countless hours in regret over that incident.
So why not submit to your true nature? You want to be the judge, jury, and executioner of this world. And you can.
I wasn't responsible for Father's death. The true mastermind is my uncle, Hartman. His schemes to kill the head of the family were all so he could take control. Mockingbird was simply unlucky enough to get caught up in it. So, for a behemoth like the Ravenlock family, with its roots so deep, a single person's death, regardless of who that person is, wouldn't change anything. Of course, whether it's Tops, the Mayflower family, or even the entire world, it's actually all the same. I refuse to be dragged down by pointless hatred any longer.
You foolish, stubborn idiot. Do you understand the power of hatred? Have we not come this far precisely because of it? Or are you going to follow Lycon and Jack's twisted logic? Come on. You don't actually trust anyone? Otherwise, why would you hide this whole scheme of faking your death from them? You've built an impenetrable wall around your heart, keeping everyone out. Of course you are right to do so. No one in this world can be trusted. Always. All you'll receive is hatred from your own blood and no love. Suspicion from your companions, and betrayal that comes all too easily. But the most ridiculous thing is that you want them to trust you. You stay silent and long for them to notice your suffering. That's why you are incapable of exploiting them for your own ends. You care about their safety even more than your own. But remember, only the weak need companions. And we are children born from hatred. We are different from them. I will never be like them. And I don't need to be. Come. Let me show you what powers we can wield.
But you are me, and I'll never lose to myself.
Okay, boss battle time. Gotta face yourself, reach out to the truth and such. Ultimate hits a send enemy, the totalize effect. I'll wing it.
Think about all the injustice you've suffered. If you choose to forgive, you're betraying yourself. You know that.
Letting you consume me would be the real betrayal to myself.
Out of my way. You're just afraid to engage.
I just gotta time that out better. Oh, does he use a scythe?
And what you truly desire.
Prepare to kneel before me.
Why do I like a lot of the characters that use ice? It's an ongoing theme. There we go.
Trying to kill me. You think you can just get rid of me? Without me, you are nothing.
For what it's worth, thank you. Don't be afraid. You and I are inseparable. You're part of me, just as I am part of you.
I know now that you are me, and I am you.
Words won't change anything.
No. It's not just platitudes. I finally understand now. Some pain only fades when it's seen, when it's accepted. So I won't fight you anymore. I won't hate myself anymore. Weakness, hatred, malice, strength, forgiveness, justice.
Hugo, It's time. Hugo, you...
He's good. It took a while, but he made it through.
Did I scare you? I made it through. I won. No praise for me, my dearest partner.
Guy is cuckoo nuts, but he's pretty cool.
This is just like what I saw in my dream. I guess there are still some lingering side effects. Ah, my former partner. You're still as punctual as ever.
Are you sure you're fully recovered?
How about we fight? And I'll show you how recovered I am.
I refuse to fight someone who is in need of medical attention.
Lycon falls silent after a moment, and eventually hands over a coin. Now, looking at the packaging, it's not a coin, but a familiar chocolate.
How thoughtful. I'm touched. Or perhaps is this simply part of Victoria Housekeeping's professional care?
I'd rather you not starve to death.
Hugo takes the coin. After a moment of silence, he eventually eats it.
Not to your liking. I'm fairly certain this is the same kind as before.
No. I've just gone too long without food. It feels a bit uncomfortable. Either way. Thank you.
Now tell me, what exactly happened in the warehouse?
Just going a bit crazy from... you know what? Were you expecting anything else? But... I did have a very long dream. A dream about many things from the past. If I had to put it into words, it would be like giving myself psychological therapy. You seem like you could benefit from some too. How about it? Want to book a session with me? Trust me, I'm a pro.
Seems you really have recovered.
Well, of course. I'm feeling pretty great right now. Like I could argue with you all day on every petty detail of who exactly was in the wrong back then.
I wanted to ask, what you said about Mockingbird before, when you faked your death, was that part of the act?
You mean the part about how Mockingbird has never really changed anything or saved anyone. I didn't expect you to still be so hung up on this. Interesting. After all, it was you who chose to betray Mockingbird. To betray me.
Just as I said before, I never considered Mockingbird a failure. Perhaps Mockingbird deviated from its origins, but it has its value. You shouldn't reject the things you've done. Or Mockingbird.
I have contemplated this before. Yes. Mockingbird has helped some people and has genuinely managed to cause trouble for those who abuse their positions of power for evil. Yet those in high positions still possess immense resources, and the people we helped remain destitute and suffering, willing to become slaves to those in power for scraps. But just as you said, even if what we did was childishly idealistic and flawed, as little as we actually achieved, even the slightest change is by no means meaningless. Nothing holds more value to me than Mockingbird.
Hugo stares out at the ocean. A gentle breeze lifts his golden locks. The sunlight glances off both of his eyes.
All right, let's catch up later. I still have things to do and need to wrap up my plan.
I thought you would rest up first.
As much as I would prefer that. My dear uncle and the Exaltist fanatics likely would not give me such an opportunity. If all has gone to plan, the fish will have taken the bait already. And if everything goes very well, I'll soon have solid evidence of the Ravenlock family's crimes. Well then, thank you for your assistance, former partner. Let's part ways here.
I'll go with you.
Lycon, surely you don't think that because I just recovered, I'm too weak to deal with those useless fools.
Hartman's actions will disturb the safety of New Eridu. As I serve the mayor, I should intervene.
Very well, whatever. Let's go. And don't slow me down.
What a long flashback. Before that, don't you have something to tell me? What do you mean? Don't play coy with me. I know you're not spilling your whole plan. So you kick things off by approaching Edmund from Top's Big Shots. How did you manage to sweet-talk him? I'm a bit of an illegitimate child, but I still have that Ravenlock family blood running through my veins. Funnily enough, this Lord Edmund thinks direct lineage is way more noble than side branches, which is absolutely laughable. So, I played his ignorance to my advantage. And let's be real, I had some juicy intel to swap with those high rollers. But that's Mockingbird's secret, so I can't let any outsiders in on it. Was the sacrifice core from the mayor's lab your handiwork too? You could say that. The security there is no joke. So I had to leverage Tops for some extra intel. After all, as you know, they've got plenty of moles planted next to your mayor. And it was you who threw the sacrifice core up for auction. To lure in the Exaltist. You knew they'd be all over it. Yep, I embedded the sacrifice core right into the robe of the heroes. They actually matched pretty nicely, don't you think? Classic you. I heard that after the auction they found a stash of counterfeit Denny's. Feel free to take a wild guess. But honestly, I think those Denny's would rather be out in the wild than sitting in those hoity-toity accounts. Then you found Hartman, talked him into a partnership, getting your hands on more intel on the sacrifice and the Exaltist. After that, you shot that crime warning letter to the mayor, giving the city a legit reason to spring into action. Yep, that was spot on. Look at you. Real genius over here. In the end, you faked your death to pull yourself out of the mess, and you used the whole show to redirect everyone's attention to Hartman and the Ravenlocks, keeping the Exaltists on their toes. Hold on a sec. If that's all there is, why did you let Hartman slip you the drug? I mean, you'd have a way to dodge that kind of thing. Lycon, I've got something I've been keeping under wraps. Actually, I've teamed up with your beloved mayor. What? When it comes to stopping the Exaltist, the mayor and I are on the same wavelength, so we can totally collaborate. What you should be wondering is why he didn't clue you in on this. The mayor must have his reasons. If you can convince yourself that, more power to you. Just know, if you ever want to swing back to Mockingbird, you can come beg me. I'll make sure to turn you down gracefully. Alright, enough chit-chat. We've got bigger things to deal with. And back to the present. Ooh.
I'm sure you've heard about the missing workers from companies under the Ravenlock family, too. Those are Ravenlock's men. The workers with them are the victims who were tricked into going into the Hollow.
Oh, missed one.
Come on, let's get them out of here.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about this. That's what the first guy was from.
Bunch of nobodies. Annoying as hell. Kill them!
You're welcome to try.
He has a what? Just making a reference to Tokyo Ghoul. I've never watched Tokyo Ghoul myself. I think I've watched a couple episodes, but that's about it.
And quite a lot of them.
Is Hartman behind this, too?
Of course. He threw them into the hollow like offerings for the Exaltists. To him, those workers are just another resource, no different from the ether his company
There's more over there. Let's hurry.
It's different this time. Don't rush in. Let's listen in on what they're saying first. I still need more direct evidence to ensure the plan is absolutely foolproof.
The compensation you promised. It's all real, right? All we have to do is follow you into the hollow for some simple tasks, and you'll give us a huge sum of dennies. It sounds real suspicious.
Shut your trap. You keep yapping and asking questions. If this is all so suspicious, why were you so eager to sign up for it?
Because I don't have a choice. My daughter was previously caught in the hollow disaster and suffered severe corruption. The treatment costs have completely drained our family's savings. So that's why...
It's the same for me. A serious illness at a senior age. I need the money.
Who would risk taking a job like this unless they were desperate? I'll do it. No matter how suspicious. As long as I can get paid, I'll do anything. Even risk my life!
Wait, you people from the Ravenlock family, you're part of a big company in Tops. You wouldn't go back on your word, right?
Don't worry, you'll get every denny you were promised. But before we start, you all need to take this medicine first.
The fierce man pulls out a bunch of white pills and gives one to each worker. Another Ravenlock family member seems a bit doubtful and leans in to whisper.
Bro, should we really be doing this already?
These workers keep talking. We're wasting time like this. And the sooner they take it, the sooner it'll be over. Consider it an early release for them.
What? You didn't say anything about having to take pills before.
Look, this is good stuff, all right? It'll increase your ether aptitude. There's tons of people who'd kill for something like this.
Exactly! You'll be working in the hollow for several hours. This is essential medication. You have to take it before we continue. If you refuse, then you can forget about the job. Of course, you won't receive the compensation either.
Lycon, what are you doing?
Rescuing those workers, of course. There's clearly something off about those pills. We can't let them take them.
Now is not the right time. As I said, we need more evidence to ensure the plan works.
And as I said many years ago, you can't exploit innocence to achieve your goal.
So that's how you see it.
If that's not what you want me to think, then explain everything to me.
All right. It's a little complicated, but simply put, these workers will be fine. Of course, it's your choice to trust me or not. But if you try to rush in, I will stop you.
I trust you.
Meanwhile, the workers have also made their decision. Except for the talkative worker, most of them have already swallowed the pills. That's when the arrogant Ravenlock family member finally reveals his true nature, saying, "You think I'd let you run?" while forcibly shoving the pill into the worker's mouth. After clearly capturing everything, Hugo lets out a sigh of relief.
All right. That's the evidence. Now we can go and beat them into the ground as much as you want.
Don't forget, you owe me an explanation. Also, don't overdo it and kill them. Even if they're the worst of the Ravenlock family.
Maybe he swapped out the pills.
All right, Your Holiness, Saint Lycon.
Who the hell are you?
Why don't you take a guess?
We're the ones here to stop you.
Hey, maybe I should save for Hugo.
Your legs? How are they? To be honest, I think I prefer the way you used to fight.
I really like how fast he is.
Repent! I've merely learned to control my strength.
The end is not.
When I need to be aggressive, I will be.
Can't remember the last time we worked this well as a team.
The two defeat the Ravenlock family members.
God damn it! Who the hell are you? How dare you mess with the Ravenlock family?
Ravenlock. Savor the name while you can, for it will soon cease to exist.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means exactly what I said. I think this might be good for you. Sever your ties while you can. You still have a chance to walk your own path.
The family's honor comes above all else.
Is that really what you think? I saw the compassion on your face just now. You're not from the main family, right? That's why you were assigned to these trivial tasks. But in reality, there's no need for you to keep playing this boring game for them.
I don't have a choice. From the moment I was born into the Ravenlock family,
You always have a choice. If you're willing to act. All right. Let's end the small talk here.
Hugo delivers a swift chop to the back of the necks of the Ravenlock family members.
Don't worry, Lycon. I didn't hit them too hard, just enough to keep them quiet.
How's that? My acting's pretty good, right?
Oh, I see, that's what's happening.
As always, a certain someone should take some lessons from you. I'll leave the rest to you then.
Okie dokie.
The workers carry the Ravenlock family members away. Now only Lycon and Hugo remain.
Okay, now can you tell me exactly what's going on here?
As you can see, that worker just now was actually an informant of mine. The pills were swapped out with vitamin tablets. Outside of this batch, some workers have already taken the actual substance Hartman has. But rest assured, the antidote for it is already in development. I found the best in the field to help, and with the data I collected before, we should have results soon.
I wanted to ask. The reason you decided to lock yourself in a room and endure the effects of the drug, besides getting evidence, it was also to collect data on this drug in order to create an antidote, correct?
It seems you're not completely beyond hope.
I thought you were just being stubborn.
Sometimes I wonder if you know me at all.
Then I have one last question. Why did you never tell me any of this back then?
The truth is, I heard everything. That entire conversation between you and Jack. Before he passed away in that small attic. When Jack called you aside and gave you those warnings.
When he told me you might go down the wrong path?
That's right.
You never said anything.
What would I even do? Scream and rage over your suspicions, or get on my knees and beg for you to trust me? You know there's no way I'd allow myself to do such a thing. Besides, back then, even I was confused about myself.
Jack, he...
It's all in the past. You don't need to explain anything to me. Enough. We should get going. If we're going to reminisce over the past, we should find a more suitable location.
After leaving the hollow, the two arrive at a place with nice scenery.
Lycon? That incident back then. I didn't do it. It was a scheme Hartman devised to take over the family. It was Hartman who killed my father, too. I only discovered the truth long after the fact. I did indeed attack my father, and I thought he was dead. But he wasn't. I couldn't kill him. And even before that, if I hadn't hesitated, none of what followed would have happened. Even now, I still think they deserve death. But I no longer care to personally deliver that fate. They're beneath me. And I have more important things to do.
You...
I know we may never agree on that point, Lycon. I once wanted to fight against those ugly truths that defined me, but I discovered that the more I rejected them, the more painful it became. So, I could, as long as I know, I will never become like my father, like Hartman. That is enough for me.
You've changed, but I think that might be a good thing.
Don't patronize me. You've changed a lot too, compared to before. I still disagree with Jack's words, and I won't forgive your betrayal. I will walk the path I believe is right, even if I must tread over thorns and through the mud. But I will also allow you to walk your own path, Lycon.
Should I say thank you?
You're welcome. Come to think of it, we haven't talked about your legs and eye.
Ooh. Hold on.
It was just an accident. Not your fault. I'm doing well now. I hope you are too. On the contrary, perhaps I should be the one apologizing. I misjudged you. I used to think you wanted power, that everything you did was for your own ambitions. I thought you wanted the power to pass judgment on all in this world, like a god.
I am a god. I am my own god. Or you could say that in this world, everyone is their own god. There are many things that we are powerless to change. But there are also many choices we can make. Just as I said before, I am the only one who can kill me or save me.
I'm glad you think that way.
Let's go. I still have one last thing to do, to witness the end of Ravenlock.
Okay, now it's past the flashback. As Hugo recounts the process of gathering evidence, Hartman, unable to listen any longer, slams the table in anger.
You really think you can take my place if I die? Never, you filthy bastard! Your little tricks mean nothing. As long as the Ravenlock family stands, I can still get back on my feet.
You still don't get it, do you? This was never about avenging my father. And I don't care about taking your place. I didn't come this far just to kill you. That'd be pathetic. Right on cue. Why don't you take a look at this, Uncle?
Special broadcast.
On behalf of TOPS, I'd like to clarify that we had no involvement in the Ravenlock family's actions. TOPS is officially terminating all partnerships with the Ravenlock family, effective immediately. We will have no further affiliation with them.
Oh, who are you?
Are you crazy? What the hell do you get out of ruining the Ravenlocks? You want to be a petty thief forever?
Thief? Oh, Uncle. Allow me to reintroduce myself. I'm the name people whisper about. The one who robs the rich and gives to the poor. I'm the master con artist who can fool anyone, anytime. I'm the leader of Mockingbird. The one who turns every headline into my own stage. I have friends who'd catch me if I fall, partners who'd shed tears for me, and allies who always have my back.
Ooh, nice nice climax.
I am Hugo Vlad. You're the one who needs the Ravenlock name. I never did.
You ungrateful bastard! You should have never been born.
You flatter me. Same goes for you, Uncle.
You leave the Ravenlock Manor on Hugo's speedboat. After reaching Port Elpis, you all wait for Lycon to arrive.
You've done well, Vivian.
You had better give me an explanation.
Fair, fair.
And here I thought this would be a touching reunion. What's with all the anger?
Hugo, I'm a member of Mockingbird too, and I mourned your death.
Listen, Vivian. I don't want you or the people you cherish to get caught up in danger because of me. I've always been selfish, so I don't hesitate to use you all as variables in my plans. But it is because I am selfish that I also don't want my failures to affect my treasured companions. In any case, if you were in the same position, would you not make the same decisions? Lycon's taking care of everything outside. We should go. Also, Belle, thank you. And I'm sorry for the whole act where I threatened you. It was the only way for Hartman to drop his guard against you and leave you be. I, Hugo Vlad, am forever indebted to you.
With Lycon's assistance, you successfully leave the Ravenlock family manor and return to the video store.
Master Proxy, although it is late, there is some important intel that I must give you now.
So, Lycon, you knew about Hugo's plan to fake his death?
I was simply playing along. After all, I could not determine whether Hugo's plan would pose a threat to you. You are a student of the mayor's late friend, and I am obligated to protect you.
You still have that habit of finding awkward excuses when you're embarrassed.
Mr. Hugo Vlad, if you have any important intelligence to share, please do so with haste. I need to return to rest before midnight.
You two sure are close.
For the sake of a certain old fossil's sleep schedule, I'll keep it brief. I learned from Camille that Dina intends to embed the sacrifice core into the sacrifice. Apparently, it will make the sacrifice much stronger.
So sacrifice squared.
Sacrifices created this way will not retain their minds and will indiscriminately attack all living beings, including their creator. So the Exaltists don't do this. It would bring them no benefit. But Dina's concoction can control people's minds. If a person takes the pill and is injected with the serum Landon left behind, the sacrifice would be under its creator's control. Although the dormant sacrifice has been destroyed, Dina found a batch of that serum her father created and wants to create new sacrifices.
Never mind the sacrifice. Hartman's sacrifice core is a fake. We don't know where the real one's gone.
The real core has always been here.
Is it Vivian's brooch?
Here? In Lord Phaethon's video store?
Vivian, do you remember when I suggested you give that collectible to our dear proxy?
I see now.
I remember.
I forgot about
That
that.
was just an ordinary pendant. And I've met the person who submitted it. She has absolutely no connection to the Exaltists.
How about our dear proxy take out that pendant so we can take a look?
After finding the pendant sent by Vivian, Hugo takes it and gently presses a hidden clasp. The pendant clicks open from the middle. Inside is the sacrifice core. Bum bum. Stop eating all the cheese, Mr. Laffy Moon.
I'll take your surprised expressions as a compliment for my little trick. I will hand over this core to the mayor as agreed. Since he fulfilled his promise to protect Vivian and the manager while I was pretending to be dead, I won't go back on my promises.
No wonder the mayor would promote rhetoric favorable to Mockingbird. I can't believe I thought he was actually being sincere.
Since we have the sacrifice core, all we have to do now is stop Dina from using innocent people to make more sacrifices.
Yes, and we need to destroy the last batch of Landon's serum.
Hopefully with no options left, Dina will give up her obsession.
All right, that's the important stuff. I'm going to go and confirm where Landon's serum's been stashed. I'll contact you again once I have something.
What's wrong, Lycon? Weren't you in a rush to get back and rest? You act like you're gonna turn into a werewolf after midnight or something. Wait a minute, that seems a little... How are you feeling now? Relax, I'm not kicking the bucket just yet. But you look a bit more run down than before. Just getting over something nasty, that's all. Risking your neck like that wasn't exactly smart. Maybe you should have... Lycon, remember what I said back when I faked my death? For a permanent and absolute victory, we must ensure the pain of cutting away the rotten flesh, and persevere through the darkest hour before dawn. Not wrong, sure, but it was arrogant enough. Instead of playing God and picking who lives or dies, I'd rather just do what I can do. Because at the end of the day, a person can only shape their own destiny, nothing more. You've really come a long way. Well, I appreciate the compliment. Hugo, you've got a lot of explaining to do. No more secrets. I'll lay it all out, I promise. After a little chat, Lycon, Hugo, and Vivian say their goodbye and take off. Back in your room, you drift off to a deep, nice sleep. Belle, Hugo sent a message earlier. There's new progress on the sacrifice situation. They found a large batch of unused sacrifice serum. He wants us to be their guide. He, Vivian, and Lycon will be heading to the Hollow with us to destroy the serum. I'll use the HDD system this time to head into the Hollow with you all. Tell me when you're ready, and remember to bring Eos with you. Oh, honestly, I think I am gonna hold off on that, because I have been streaming for quite a while today. And I am getting hungry. But before I go, let's do one pull and hope I get very, very lucky. I already know as soon as I come back it's gonna be like the end of the chapter and I'll be like, man, I should have done it before I left and all that. But I have been on a while. So with that being said, I am gonna get going. Mr. Laughing Moon, I hope you have a good night. morning, evening, all that good stuff. And I will see you next time, okay? Later.